welcome everybody to the 2026 World Championship Formula One from Hungary. And speaking of which, has everybody eaten? Oh, you're still mute. I've muted you. I got a bit fucking dictatorial. So sorry about that. I've been away a while, and I thought, how can I assert my alpha dominance on these guys?
Yeah. Good call.
So,
Yeah. Anyway, I've eaten. Thank you very
good.
much.
Excellent.
I've eaten as well.
Fantastic. I haven't, of course. That's why I'm still hungry.
Oh.
Yes. So I'm the only one ready for this. But nonetheless, there we go. It was a good race, and sorry to have been away, everybody. I've been a little under the weather.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I think it was all the heat at the British Grand Prix that really sent me into a tailspin.
So you're actually back. It's not a bunch of flowers that's taken over from you.
No. Well, I have been working on my sexuality while I've been away.
I see.
And this is a first of many hints.
That's how it looks like after the operation, Lucky. So
yeah. There you go.
It's
there you go.
A vegetable.
I don't know if you can see what's hiding behind there, Fabio.
What is that? Oh no.
See this? No. Okay. There's a little clue in there for somebody from a few seasons ago. Anybody gets the clue, they get a prize.
It's too small for me to see.
Yeah.
Small,
okay. Yeah. Well, that's what they all say.
Yeah, that's what she said.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Okay. But I don't think I got a badum, but
yeah.
Drum roll bongos. That's the closest thing I've got to it. Anyway,
yeah.
There we go. Yeah, so we were at Hungary, and I guess we're going to get on with the usual thing that we do, which is the
falling asleep,
the race
watching
recap,
the race,
and then yeah, it was a close thing, I can tell you. It was a very complicated race. So let's see. Oh, here we go. Good to see you. Thank you very much, Robert. Good to see you. I am feeling better. Yes, I'm on my way. Not quite 100%, but I'm on my way, and that is exactly what I wanted. So I'm feeling good about that. I've even managed to get out and buy some flowers. That's how good I've been feeling. Anyway, there we go. Thank you for stopping by. Please remember to like the stream. That would be very helpful for us. In first place, it was a muck up. The whole weekend was a bit funny. The track surface was coming up. They'd managed to kind of turn 1 and 2, turn 14 and turn 1. They'd managed to make repairs, but the last turn clearly wasn't right. People were avoiding the rough patch, and so it was making it very difficult until the track got weathered in a little bit. And I think it really hindered getting onto the last straight, which of course then hinders the overtaking in the first corner, and that is the main overtaking place around Hungary. So I think we were kind of denied a little bit in some sense. And then on the other hand, because of the rough track conditions in the last corner, of course, people were piling on the downforce in order to make it through there a decent clap.
You forget the fact that the track is shit.
Yes.
So yeah,
I did forget that fact. Yeah, I did forget that. Yeah. Well, it's what they say. I mean, they say this. It's Monaco without the walls. That's what they say about this place.
Yeah, I don't know who came up with that, but if we thought about being a compliment to the track, it isn't. So,
no, well, I mean, we've had good races from here before. Like, Schumacher used to be a demon at this track, didn't he? And he could overtake virtually anywhere. We've had overtakes into turn 1.
No. Hold on.
We've had overtakes into turn 4 before, back in the day.
I just remembered. Oh, go ahead. Okay.
You've got to call the corners by their new names, please.
Oh yeah, okay. Sorry.
Turn 2. The new names of the track of the corners, please.
Yeah, okay. So Hamilton is turn 2. I remember that. Schumacher is turn 12. PK is turn 14, I think.
Senna is turn 13. I think they named it after his girlfriend's average age.
There is
Okay.
a lazy's got a corner too, isn't it?
There's a what?
A lazy's got a corner too.
Oh, does he? I don't PK. I thought it was PK. I don't think a lazy's got one.
I mean,
Yeah,
I couldn't
remember.
I couldn't give a flying fuck. You know, they can name the corner like a spaceship.
Well, they have, haven't they?
Or
there's driving center corner, which is the chicane.
There's also.
I mean,
what a name.
They've called one of the corners Spring Turn. Now, ironically, it's the same place where Felipe Massa got a spring in his face back in 2009.
Wow.
So Spring Corner, I bet you
irony for you.
Happy about that one.
Irony for you.
I mean, honestly, they could call the corners Blazing Vagina or whatever. It's still a shitty track. I remember 2 overtakes in that circuit, and one of them happened this year. So on Saturday, I would tell you one. One was in 1984, PK over Senna.
Oh yeah,
there was
brilliant.
And then there was
drift,
and then there was the Verstappen one, and that's it. I don't remember any other overtake.
They've called turn 1 PK corner after that overtake, I believe.
I mean, of course they should. Yeah.
I think also, people there was one year where people were driving around the outside of Hamilton quite a lot, and that seemed to be working after a little while, of course. And then also, as I say, there was a classic one into turn 4, which is the very fast uphill left, blind left Mansell. Yeah, so that was a thing. one year. Someone overtaking there, which was just balls out. I mean, come on, that's got to be Villeneuve doing that, isn't it? Let's face it. Anyway, let's move on because we have got limited time today. I've been told.
Mm-hmm.
So it was a fucked up qualifying session, to say the least. Anybody got penalties. So I'm just going to give you the post-penalty results here, which is Norris on pole position by 12 thousandths of a second. Fantastic pole. Leclerc moving up because of penalties into second place. Third place was Piastri, then Max. Then I think it was Russell.
No, it was Hamilton somewhere.
Hamilton was down in. Oh yeah, 5th. So it was Hamilton 5th, and then Russell 6th.
This is qualifying.
Hadjar 7th. Anyway, so that was roughly the starting. We got off. They still had 5 red lights as normal, of course. Norris got off to a great start, unusually for him, but I guess he's cured his problems last week. Going around the outside, or trying to go around the outside, was Hamilton on Leclerc. At the same time, Max was trying to go around went down the inside. Max then taking up the road, and as usual, deciding to try and push Hamilton off the road. Nothing new there. Hamilton dropped in behind Max, and then that led Norris to go wide at Hamilton, and then Piastri came through when everybody thought, well, that's it. That's great. Piastri's finally done it. He's got the monkey off his back, and he didn't need to carry the monkey's weight. And I don't know why he'd been doing that, but nonetheless, or was maybe that was Niki Lauda referring to him. I don't know in hindsight. Anyway, also then, if you're suffering from poor eyesight, of course, you could go to Specsavers. Specsavers, if you've got poor eyesight. I don't know if anybody's aware of that, but we aren't sponsored. New Medica, try that. Also, if you need a camera, buy one. Okay, right. So back to the start. It was a great start, as I say. Leclerc got off pretty poorly, unfortunately. I don't know what's happened to the Ferrari start since the beginning of the new year. Oh yeah, I remember. It's the FIA. Max really just taking advantage wherever he could. Fantastic start by him, and really a great drive, I've got to say, by what is an insufficient car this year. Helped enormously by the penalties for both Ferraris, or by the Ferraris and by Kimi. Russell May basically stalled or almost stalled on the grid, went to the back, went into anti-stall, and then got absolutely swamped. Very dangerous looking. Pit 14, Ferrari and Hamilton in on his soft tyres. They started on soft thinking they might get better starts. That didn't happen. But he came in, went on to hard tyres. A great choice. The hard tyre was the tyre to be on this race. He then managed to get past and cut through the traffic relatively quickly from his lowly position, getting past Liam around the outside of the driving centre corner. Fuck that. And Verstappen then came in a lap later to cover him off. And that, of course, worked for Verstappen. Not well, to a degree, it worked for Verstappen. Unfortunately, in order to get past Liam, the other racing bulls, he had to use up some extra energy, and that left him vulnerable to Verstappen on that lap, which was, of course, to be the case that he would get by at the end from a fantastic deep dive down the inside into PK, turn 1. And that just left him vulnerable, really. Just left him vulnerable. Red Bull's getting in the way, of course, and helping Verstappen as usual. Yeah, I mean, it was a dive from beyond the back of nowhere. I feel that was Lewis's mistake. He could have covered a little earlier, I feel, and that would have really put the shits up for Verstappen. So yeah, poor driving by Lewis there. In fact, Lewis was just to have a scrappy race all race, and you know, what with speeding in the pit lane to come later, it was a very sad thing indeed. Antonelli then comes into, Piastri comes into the pits, lap 34, and basically trying to undercut Hamilton once again. And a great thing for that to happen. Lap 38, Piastri going down the inside, trying to get past the back markers from his pit stop, accidentally collided with Sainz, and that was very unlucky for Piastri, really. Sainz, unfortunately, had the wrong glasses on, and he couldn't see any blue things. So that was very unfortunate for Piastri, as it turned out in hindsight. Once Piastri took once Sainz took his glasses off, it turned out he'd gone past 8 blue flags, and 8, count them, 8 blue flags. He said he couldn't see them on his steering wheel, though, so that was his excuse. But they were clearly visible on the side of the pit. Piastri obviously noticing them, and the FIA deciding only to give Sainz a 5-second penalty, and because he was at the back of the grid, who gives a fuck anyway? I think that should have been a disqualification and a black flag for that man, personally. But nonetheless, you're supposed to let them pass within 3, and he managed to get to 8 before and hit Piastri. Well, he was trying to get overtaken. I mean, you know, Sainz just doesn't give a fuck anymore. He's at the back. And there were some snarky comments, which hopefully we'll get to later. Lap 40, Norris decides to pit. A perfect pit stop for him. Came out in 3rd place behind Verstappen and Antonelli, both of which needed to pit, and ahead, more importantly, of Piastri, who had managed to at least get past his rivals by this time, even if they were back markers, and almost made it up. He was only 3 seconds or 4 seconds behind Piastri. Norris just had so much pace, he just couldn't be stopped. He came up behind the worn tyres of Antonelli and pretty much made it fairly easily past with his new tyres on. I think he had an overlap of about 5 or 6 laps on his tyres. And then eventually Antonelli pitted, so he dropped back as well, which left the positions of Norris and Piastri. Hamilton in 3rd place, Verstappen 4th place on his soft tyres. Lap 56 comes round, and Piastri finally grinds to a halt with a gearbox problem. The man can't buy any luck. He cannot buy any luck. This meant, of course, that there was going to be a yellow flag and eventually a virtual safety car. Piastri saying he's lost his gearbox. I don't know why he didn't look behind him. It was there all the time, so he actually didn't lose it. But nonetheless, it made him go out. His virtual safety car came in. Norris decided to pit because he had the 20-second lead on Hamilton, which meant he could easily get in and out on soft tyres. Hamilton decided to pit as well, although late in hindsight it turned out to be a team decision, and fair enough. I guess he wanted the fresh tyres. Also, then Leclerc pitted as well, and the only person that stayed out was Max Verstappen, who was already on soft tyres. So I guess it was a no-brainer for him. In the end, of course, Hamilton, when he came in, was racing Antonelli to the line. Antonelli beat him to the line, and at the same time, Hamilton did pit speeding in the pits. He sped in the pits, which turned out to be 0.1 of a kilometre at the end of the pit lane. I mean, talk about harsh, but there you go. Harsh it was. He got a 5-second for that, of course, I guess because of the mitigating circumstances. And that was pretty much it to the end of the race. Then it was Norris, Verstappen, Antonelli, Hamilton in 9th with a 5-second with a 5-second penalty. Leclerc 4.1, so he was going to inherit 5th place. And then changed around to Hamilton in 5th place. Hadjar a good 6th place again. Russell 2.2, a great comeback from the back of the grid. Then Lawson, Hulkenberg, fantastic Hulkenberg 9th place. Lindblad in 10th place, and a usual 11th place for Gabriel Bortoleto. Then they also ran Gasly, Stroll, and Alonso, creditable 13th and 14th with their new upgrades and new chassis. Colapinto in 15th, Ocon 16th, Behrman 17th, Albon in 18th, and Sainz coming home dead last. So who cares how many blue flags he goes by? Doesn't matter. That led Norris 25 points, first win of the season. Max 18 points. Kimi Antonelli 15 points. Charles Leclerc 12 points. Lewis Hamilton's 2 points further back. Isaac Ja, which is the correct pronunciation, 8 points. Russell in 7th place, very disappointing for him, 6 points. Liam 4 points, well done to Liam. Hulkenberg 2 points, and Lindblad 1 point. And Racing Bull's doing extremely well, moving up in the championship above Alpine. And this led the championship to be Kimi Antonelli, 219 points for Mercedes. Lewis Hamilton, 2nd place, 169. 69 for Ferrari. George Russell, 160 for Mercedes. Charles Leclerc, 138. Norris, 128. So Norris coming back. Max Verstappen, 109. And 92 for Piastri, and some also runs as well. And that turned out to be the end result and the race. Mercedes taking Team Constructors Championship at the moment with 379, Ferrari 307 in 2nd place, and McLaren 220 now in 3rd place. So all to play for still. And that's the race. So over to you, Fabio. Thank you very much, Fabio.
Yeah, I mean, what can I say? Again, the race itself was boring. I mean, there were at times that the car were close to each other, and it looked like they could put up a fight. But the track or whatever, it's Hungary, so Norris tried to make a good start, and that lasted, I think, 3 corners before going wide. So I don't know if that counts as a fucked up start, but I think I would say it's kind of borderline. Uh, Verstappen was quite surprising again with the material that he has. Um, Disappointment for Mercedes, for Ferrari. Ferrari seem to have a way better pace. They made a couple of tactical mistakes during the race. You know, stopping Hamilton during the virtual safety car was a mistake. I mean, they tried. Uh, it was weird. It was a weird race. You know, it seems to be that that the R tires didn't work for anybody. So that was that another thing. Antonelli just went on damage control. You know, rightly so. That shows how not only the fact that he's really young, but yeah, I think he's really, really, really smart guy. Yeah, and of course, he's got a team which supports him with Bono and all the stuff. I'm sure he gets nice um, suggestions from the radio. But again, it's 19 years old. What the flying fuck. Uh, Piastri, yeah, Piastri was interesting, and it reminded me something that me and Lucky said last week about the fact that Piastri's seat might be um, a little bit a danger by Verstappen. And last race in Spa, Weber was there, which is Piastri agent. And this race, Piastri actually delivered. So I don't know if to put some hot chili in his pants, but it seems to me that he's actually delivering after a very bad start in the season. So yeah, that was interesting to see. Other notable things, yeah, I mean the Aston Martin new car. Alonso managed to get in Q2 after, I don't know, maybe 2 years, stuff like that. And he also tried to pull an Alonso by trying to stop only once. That didn't work. And astonishingly, and I'm really interested, it would be interesting to see what Lucky thinks about it. Stroll finished ahead of Alonso. So, what the fuck, right? I mean, really, really weird stuff. But yeah, I mean, all in all, kind of again, not a super interesting race. Um, Tactically, a lot of teams made mistakes. Even Mercedes, didn't do so well. I'm not even mentioning Cadillac because I don't know if they raced actually. I mean, were they there? I don't know. Uh, Perez was marginally better than Bottas. At least his car didn't catch fire. So yeah, that was the race.
Okay, thank you so much. Lucky, did did you enjoy Hungary? Were you there? Were you starving as well for a good race? And did this satisfy you?
Jesus Christ. Um, I don't know. I just didn't get into this race at all. I'll be perfectly honest with you, and I don't know why I had this feeling, but I thought that Ferrari were going to cream the rest of them this weekend. I just had that, especially after qualifying and before all the penalties and nonsense went in. I just had this thought that it's going to be Hamilton, Leclerc from the start. See you later. But it didn't turn out that way, did it? The McLarens kind of surprised us all with their pace. And as for Stroll finishing in front of Alonso, I have it in good authority. I have it in good authority that Fernando Alonso was feeling very, very unwell this weekend in Hungary. I think he was hungry. I think that's perhaps what it was, and that's why Stroll managed to finish ahead.
Mm-hmm.
However,
what did your crack say though?
However, yeah, Mike Crack says, well, Lance Stroll, even though he finished ahead of Alonso, he's still a twat.
Thank you.
There we go.
Well,
okay.
So the conspiracy theories are they're wild at Formula One at the moment. according to conspiracy theories.
Oh, speaking of conspiracy theories, I know why Ferrari didn't cream the rest of the competition. It's because they didn't have enough pesto.
Oh, could be it.
Wow. Jesus Christ. I mean, we really miss you, Simos. Really. I mean, a lot.
Okay.
It was tenuous, that's for sure. No, I've totally forgotten where I was. Pesto. What was I talking about?
I don't know.
You were just about to move on. You were just saying you just finished your crack. What your crack said.
Mike Crack. Mm-hmm. He definitely said that Lance Stroll was a twat. He definitely said that.
He said that. They definitely said that. I heard that.
Yeah, it was definitely said. Okay. Who are we going to talk about?
Then you said Ferrari. You expecting Ferrari to cream everybody?
Yeah, I don't know why I had this. I thought that small turbo and the nature of the track, which is
it is a tiny turbo, though, isn't it?
They've got a small turbo. Those Ferrari guys. There's a bit of turbo NV.
Yeah.
From Ferrari.
Yeah. It's a Tina Turner tiny turbo.
I thought that little turbo was going to work really well around the twisty track, but it didn't look that way. However, Lewis Hamilton's car looked quick. I mean, when he was following Max Verstappen, his car was looking like a nimble car going around that track, but yet it wasn't quick enough for him to get past Max Verstappen, and it wasn't quick enough to have Max Verstappen stay behind him, which was kind of weird. However,
actually, I've got something to say on that particular point, which is they brought an upgrade to their rear wing, of course, and I think they've just had too much downforce on. But when I say too much downforce, Lewis lost the rear end a few times, so not enough. But I think that was the problem. They had a higher downforce sitting on the rear, and it was a bit too draggy down the straight. But I think that's not so much that that's not so much that Ferrari made the mistake of putting too much downforce on. I think that Max Verstappen had removed some of the downforce, knowing that his car wasn't going to be quick enough to do much.
It's Hungary, guys. I mean, the straight is short, and the only way to pass somebody is that you either have new tires and the guy in front of you has got 10 laps old tires, or the car in front of you is either a Williams, a Cadillac, an Aston Martin, or maybe an Audi, and that's the only way you can pass somebody in Hungary.
Tell that to Piastri.
I should tell it to Verstappen, which made a fantastic overtake. I mean, Hamilton didn't even. I mean, he looked in the mirror and said, "What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck?" And just decided to bring on. But again, that's Max Verstappen.
I think that was Lewis's mistake more than.
As well. So you get into what I was saying. In order to have an overtake on almost equal car, you have to have Max Verstappen and Lewis Hamilton making a mistake, because otherwise it's fucking impossible. I mean, you remember last year when Aston Martin actually had a car, and Alonso was able. 2 years ago when Alonso was driving the Alpine and when Ocon won the race, and he was able to keep everybody behind, with the Alpine. And the reason being, it's fucking Hungary. I mean, you drive sideways, nobody is able to overtake you, and Ocon wins the race. What the actual fuck, right?
So, yeah, that's a good point.
I think Hamilton was maybe a bit distracted by Lawson when Verstappen went past him. But I mean, it was a mistake that shouldn't have been made by a 7 times world champion.
No, I agree. He should have recognised that it's Verstappen
Yeah,
and he's always going to dive if you leave him room. So he should have left him a half car width instead of
yeah.
a car and a half width. You know.
It was.
Es-
I
e-
mean, Hamilton.
especially after being able to, especially after being able to overtake him in the pit, by making
Yeah.
undertaking him. So I mean, it was
Yeah, that
hunky
was.
dory. Say, yeah, I did it. Fuck it. He can't pass me unless you open the door and you just please carry
Yeah.
on.
I think
Yeah.
Hamilton did suffer from the rest of the Red Bull team. To be honest,
Yeah.
Hajar,
Agreed. Agreed.
held him up, and Lawson held him up. So I mean, it was 3 against 1 basically.
Yeah, okay. That is partially true, but again, Simon said it better. So, Hamilton made a mistake. He didn't think he was lunging over there,
Yeah,
and on the other end, we got to admit that Verstappen made a hell of a break. That was really really insane. Especially considering
Mm,
how short the straight is. He came out from nowhere, right?
yeah.
So I mean, big
yeah.
balls from Verstappen,
I measured it.
mistake from Hamilton.
It was a car and a half back.
Yeah, yeah.
That's huge.
So
But like, I mean, I like if it could have been real easy, it could have been real easy, even when that happened, right? If Hamilton had realised he was doing it, which he should have done,
yeah,
right? He could have hit the brakes harder, right, and turned in underneath him quite easily,
I,
got away early.
yeah.
There
No,
was
no,
no
no.
need to make the reason. Max got past him was because when he got to the apex of the corner, right, Max was, had his rear wheels in line with Hamilton's front wheels, which means he couldn't turn in under him.
Yeah,
He had to wait,
no, no.
right? And that was it. Now, if Hamilton had just braked maybe half a meter earlier, he would have been able to turn in under him, and Max would have gone straight out wide, and
Yeah.
Verstappen and Hamilton would have got down the inside quite easily.
I
But
think that the reason being that Hamilton realized that too late, and when
yeah,
he saw that it was already committed on his, driving
yeah,
line and all that stuff, so there was nothing he could do. And you're right. I mean, he should have realized before. On the other end, again, I want to stress out the fact that Max pulled a hell of a move. So I can't really blame Lewis for not figuring out that that guy was trying to overtake him in that
mm,
point because
yeah.
I mean that was really really good pass.
Well, I
So
mean, and just knowing Max Verstappen, you know he's going to make a dive for it, come
yeah,
hell or
but
high
again,
water. So,
listen, one thing is knowing that he can do that, and the other thing is that that happening with almost two cars distance when
mm,
you're already committed. So again, I can't really blame Lewis. He should have been more careful. There was another car that they overtook it before, so Max stayed behind the Red Bull, I think enough so that Lewis couldn't actually see Verstappen.
maybe.
So that was another thing. When he saw it, it was just too late because that guy didn't brake. So
Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
But
yeah,
when they came down to the braking area, Lawson was in front and Hamilton was on his right hand side. He wasn't alongside, but he was on the right of it. He then moved across to the left to take the racing line. And it's when he moved over to the left to take the racing line that Verstappen took his chance and went right down the
yeah,
inside.
yeah. No, but again, that goes with what we were saying before. And actually, Verstappen complained about it. They said, "Well, he was moving under
yeah.
braking." I don't think that Lewis was actually moving under braking.
He was just
I
taking the
think that
corner.
Lewis was already committing to that braking, and just saw the guy and said, "Fuck it." I mean, I can't move anymore because if not, it's going to be a fucking disaster. So, again, good move by Verstappen.
Hmm.
Lewis should have been a little bit smarter. Uh,
Yep.
and
It would.
so I think, sorry, and then I quit. I think one of the reasons why we're talking about this is because it was Lewis Hamilton, and we all agree that with the experience that he has, he should have, thought about that. But if it wasn't Lewis Hamilton, nobody would have said anything, because that was actually a brilliant move by Max, and it was really hard to expect him passing over there.
Yeah. Also, I'd say, like I said in the intro when I was doing the race, it was a fantastic race by Max Verstappen overall.
Yes.
Having the car that he had and taking advantage of everything he possibly could, as you expect from this, you know, as you expect from this thing. Let me just say hello to Robin here. Hello, Robin.
Mm-hmm.
Liking fresh today. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yeah, I saw these and went, they're for me this week. So yeah, but I'm just not quite up to being on cam yet. So I thought the flowers would do better.
Yeah.
But there you go. So yeah, thank you for coming by. I really appreciate it. Thank you for the like, and I hope to see you soon in a hangout, Robin. Thank you.
Anyway,
Lando at the start.
let's
Lando
move on.
It was just like being back last year when he fucked up every start. He went from pole back.
No, I don't think so. I don't think so.
Oh, I don't know. I think he messed it
I
up.
mean, that corner is a tricky corner. It's very dirty around the outside, right? At least early race, at least early days. Hamilton, yeah. And it's very dirty around the outside, at least till mid-race when people have tried to overtake there enough times. So no, I don't really blame him particularly. He was definitely made a mistake going too wide in that corner.
Yeah.
But then like that is the faster line through the corner in general. It's not hugging the inside. That's why people used to use it as a thing. Robin says hello, Fabio.
Ciao, Robin.
And yeah, so like I don't really, I'm not sure I blame him. And what I really enjoyed about Lando is that he wasn't the same Lando, right? He wasn't getting frustrated. Halfway through the race, he said, "Yeah, just pick me whenever you like. I don't care. I'm faster." So and Robin says hello, Lucky, as well.
Robin, hey, Robin.
I think that Lando, thought that he aced the start, and then he fucked up like two corners, and said, "Oh yeah, I did. Oh fuck, I fucked up," And then he
outbraked himself. It was his own fault.
Yeah. It's definitely his own fault. 100%. Definitely his own fault. But like I say, I don't think it was a deal breaker for him. He didn't panic at all. He knew he was faster than Piastri. And so he was saying all the way through, look, just pit me whenever you want. If you want to pit Piastri first, that's no problem. Do that, and I'll overtake him on track. And if you don't, then that's fine.
Well, when he was following along behind, he was saying all the time on the radio that he was the faster.
Can I just
it was obvious that he was. Yeah, go ahead, Fabio.
Can I just point out another thing that we talked about in previous episodes? Another Mercedes-powered engine car got a problem. Reliability is going to be a thing.
Okay. Yeah, you said that this year.
Yeah.
Okay. So
also, kudos to McLaren. I mean, so to be fair, the McLaren is not a super efficient car this year, but they brought the first package of improvement this year, and it seems to be that it came alive a little bit. Or even if I don't think that this is the kind of track where people were expecting McLaren to perform quite well. It's not a super efficient car, especially in drag, and with a track that has no long straights. You have no problems with battery and power and energy and all that shenanigans. I mean, it wasn't completely out of the blue, right? I mean, Norris made a good performance, but yeah, the car was.
Not at all. Like I've said to you before, like this is the thing about Norris. He is just a fast driver. You can put him in a fucking lawnmower and he will go quickly, right? And so I think that that's one of his advantages is being able to adapt to any car, really, virtually any car. As long as it's not too far outside his range, then he's going to be fast. So I think that's what makes him particularly dangerous, and I think he proved that in the qualifying session, where he was lucky to some degree because the other people fucked up. Like Max Verstappen spinning on the last corner on not Schumacher, the last corner, and that really helped, destroy the Ferrari's pace, which gave that 12 thousandths of a second to be much
I,
more valuable than it actually was.
I'll tell you what the big issue is in Italy right now. And granted, Antonelli's got 50 points, which is, I mean, it's a considerable amount.
It's
It's
two
not
races, yeah.
super. It's two
Two
races,
races.
but still, it's 50 points, right? So the main issue in Italy right now is that if we get to the end of the season and we have Antonelli and a Ferrari driver, fighting for the championship, who are you going to root for? That is a proper issue right now in Italy. I'm not making this shit up. So
Yeah,
yeah,
of course, we know. The Italians,
yeah,
fickle as
yeah,
ever. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. We support Ferrari for life, unless there's an Italian driver in another car.
Yeah, I get, yeah, but again, I mean, I've seen Antonelli in the images, before the race, and I mean, I called my wife, and I mean, look at that guy. I mean, it was him, his father, and his little sister, and his sister, I think she's 11, 12, stuff like that. Now, we all know that Antonelli is young, right? We all
Hmm.
know, but seeing his little sister, close to him, say, "Fuck me, this is a kid." It's
Wow.
yeah. So yeah, it's really incredible, really insane.
Okay. Well, I mean, she ought to be a little bit worried about Piastri then. Anyway,
Mm.
anyway, let's just skip over that, shall we?
Yeah. Well, it's
Okay.
it's a good thing that Leonardo DiCaprio is not making an F1 movie. If you want to go there, I'll go there. But
Okay, okay.
So
Jolly
listen,
good.
do we want to go down conspiracy theories?
If you've
yeah,
got
go
one,
ahead.
go for it. Yeah.
Okay, the two main conspiracy theories at the moment are, of course, Toto Wolf has a secret button that he can press every time he wants George Russell's car to fail. Believe it or not,
Yeah, yeah. It's called the radio button.
it's.
Yeah, yeah,
However, uh, this is not sort of an unfounded complaint. I mean, we had this anti-stall business this week, and last week we had his power not deploying when it was supposed to, going down the Campbell Straight. Uh, is there something going on here at Mercedes?
Yeah,
What?
I think there is. Look, Antonelli is a young guy, and he's fully aware of the dark web. So what I think is going on, what I think is going on is that he's using the secret moon base. Antonelli's using the secret moon
yeah.
base to beam into the Mercedes code and then hack it
Right.
before
Yeah.
the races. That's
Right.
what I think. I don't think it's too much of a conspiracy theory, but you guys will have to judge. Fabio, what do you think?
Well, I mean, besides the obvious Illuminati, so, but it's I think
Catholic,
that
Catholic Church, isn't it? Yeah, it's the Catholic Church.
yeah, yeah. Well, I don't know about that. They're not as powerful they used to be, so I'm not really sure about that. But no, I think that Russell has a problem. But I think that the problem is Russell. The You can see that uh, the way that Antonelli drives, and even in the corners with the data, is very different from Russell. And the way he manages to drive, he actually actually able to save energy in the corners, uh, um, which is something that Russell is not still up to. It's a different driving style. That's what I'm saying. And you could see from all the camera angles, Russell is constantly fighting with the steering wheel, while
Mm.
Antonelli is way more delicate and way more. It looks like more precise, but I think that is not fighting the car as much as Russell does.
Yeah.
That explains also a lot why it's always on the line of track limits. His car slides way more, and keep in mind that there is a, well, I won't say an issue, but the all the energy delivery in the car is managed by a computer, and every time you fight the steering wheel, is cutting on and off, on and off, on and off, and is delivering power in a different way, which is something that happens with Russell. It doesn't happen with Antonelli. So again, the short version, I think that there is a problem with Russell, but I think that the problem is Russell driving style. It doesn't fit the car as much as Antonelli driving style does.
Yeah, I wouldn't disagree too much with that. I think there was some interesting. I think it was after the last race they showed an interesting graph of Norris versus Piastri, and you could literally match it up to Antonelli versus Russell. Right. I mean, it was quite incredible how similar
Yeah.
they were. Russell was losing like a few kph. I think it was 3 or 4 kph down the end of the back straight or something like that. And exactly the same thing was happening to Piastri over Norris. Norris was just that exact same amount faster. So I think it is to do with deployment. Therefore, you're absolutely right. It's to do with driving style. And the two things that Piastri and Russell have got in common is that they're incredibly smooth drivers. They don't slide the car that much, right? And that's what I'm guessing. There's something to do with it. Is that you know um, maybe the
You
power.
sorry, you mean Antonelli, not Russell?
And no, Russell is the smooth driver. Antonelli isn't the
Oh,
smooth driver.
really?
I know he's fighting now, right? He's having to
Oh, okay.
fight to try and get that extra because he's driving over the
Oh,
limit.
okay, 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 okay. Yeah, yeah.
But
Oh,
but
that makes sense.
Antonelli has just got more control over the rear end of the
Yes.
car because he controls the front end, and that's why he's making all those errors in terms of uh,
That,
driving
that,
limits
yeah,
because he's
the
letting he's
results.
letting the front end go because he doesn't
Yeah,
want to skew the rear end, and it's the rear
that,
end which defines the deployment, not the front end. Go ahead.
it's also interesting now, and we can see basically we've seen in all the tracks, some more than the others. Uh, that Antonelli as kind of a driving style, which is, I would say, different from any other driver. The way
Hmm.
he cuts some corners. I mean, it was there is a chicane there in Hungary. It was the
Hmm.
only one which was taking that like full on, like there was no chicane, and it was
Both, yeah,
always on the border. So also the trajectory that it makes are different, and
yeah.
I think that uh, somebody said that. I'm not super sure, but I think that the theory has some merit. The fact that he's so young and with a new rules car,
Hmm.
it's the perfect blank slate, you know.
Yes.
So yes, no preconceived way to actually drive the car.
Hmm.
He's actually driving the car the way that the car wants to be driven because he has no baggage, right? If you get what I mean.
Yeah, yeah. In some
Well,
sense,
yeah,
I'll just say this: he does remind me of a few drivers, mainly Kimi Raikkonen. I have to
yeah,
say, Kimi was also really hard on the limits of the track. That was just his thing, and he was just consistent enough to be able to do it because he had enough control over the rear end, and he did that by allowing the front end to have its head when he needed it to, and then realizing which corners he had to really control himself over. And I think
yeah.
Kimi really suffered that early in his career last year. He did really suffer from not knowing how much he could push the front end. But as he's got on and as he's learnt more, I think he's become more Schumacher-esque, right, in terms of allowing and controlling this front end to allow the rear to slip a little bit more. And I think
would say,
that's been an incredible change in his driving style to this year.
I mean, sorry, one more thing, and then I'll shut up. But the thing which is really impressing me about Antonelli is that, so usually it's, it's a saying, it's general. Well, I would say general knowledge, but it's, it's kind of an established idea that if you want an easy car to drive is an understeering car, but if you want to go really fast, you have to have a firm front and maybe a car which is oversteering a bit, right? So that is usually the general consensus. The thing which is really astonishing to me is that when you see the camera car from Antonelli, it looks like he has a massively understeering car, and still he manages to be way faster than other drivers that seems to have a way more firm front. That is something which I really can't wrap my head around, but this is what it looks like from the inside while he's driving.
Right.
And it's really, really, really super impressive. I think there are a lot of drivers that are looking at the tapes of how Antonelli drives and are starting to reconsider a lot of things that they
Hmm.
thought before.
Yeah, I think he might be the next, uh, next Lando Norris, if you ask me. But over to you, Robin. Robin asks, Lucky, if you want to answer this, did the young guy win again?
No, the young guy didn't win again. The young guy was third this time. It was Lando Norris was the winner at Hungary this weekend.
Yeah.
So anyway, Toto's secret button. I guess we've debunked that one. No secret button for Toto.
Well, other than the radio button, yeah.
Okay, fair
I,
enough.
th- I think that Toto is a secret button, but not the way you think. I think that Toto is a secret button to give more power to McLaren so that they can put themselves between, them and Ferrari. So there you go. If you want a
Mm.
conspiracy theory, it is.
I thought when you said he has a secret button, you were going to mention Susie, but we won't talk about that anymore.
No,
Now,
no.
the other conspiracy this week, Lord Sir Lewis Hamilton of Stevenage, CBE, CP3O, R2D2.
HBO.
He's
MP3, most
apparently
valuable player.
BBC.
KFC,
Yeah, the BBC.
ITV. Right. Well, okay.
Yeah.
See, of course, he didn't. The thing he meant by BBC was the British Broadcasting Corporation.
Yeah, of course,
Yeah,
that's what I meant.
listen,
Yeah.
listen. We know who's been watching OnlyFans and Pornhub. So carry on.
Yeah. Apparently, I've heard he's going to get a reduction just to save the weight.
Okay, yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, he's going to go down to 12 inches.
Well,
Yeah.
listen. Before he does that, he's going to have to fight off all the haters, which seems to be everybody at the FIA at the moment.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
The FIA is racist, and they hate Lewis Hamilton, and they all
Yeah.
want to see him strung up on a tree. It's ridiculous, this nonsense.
No, it's been,
Hamilton broke the rules in 2 occasions. He's sped in the pit lane and he did a false start. He deserved both of those penalties. However, his causing a collision penalty was a bit debatable. But certainly, I don't think there's anyone at the FIA who is out to get Lewis Hamilton.
well,
I
I
know
mean,
about
listen, we spoke about the thing in Spa. I think it was overkill.
Yes.
I still think it was overkill,
Yeah.
Yep.
especially
much.
because they did give a penalty to Leclerc. I mean, I'm happy to say and sorry to say. So that is weird. But he sped up in the pit lane. I mean, there is data. It's hard to fight data,
Yeah.
So if he did that, it's a mistake. He made a mistake. I think he has to be way more careful. If he wants to fight for the championship, those are the kind of mistakes he cannot do, and he's got to be more on top of it. But yeah,
Agreed. Simon?
Yeah, no, I mean, like, I don't know. It seems clear to me that Ferrari have had such a hard time in these last few years, and you can't just put it all down to being a slow team, right? Alonso came second close several times, and as a result, yeah, I don't think it's right. Something's going on at the FIA, and whether they're just doing it because they're getting paid millions by a few companies or by a few teams and not by others. A few others are saying, "Oh no, we're not doing that," or whether it's just because Ferrari get this extra bonus from the FIA to brace because they are what's a heritage team, and then the FIA don't like it, so they, whatever.
No,
I don't know what it is. I can think of many conspiracy theories, but yeah, go ahead.
No, I think it's two different things. So if you tell me that the FIA sucks, I agree with you. In Spa with the yellow flag waved at the at the entrance to the pit lane. In Hungary, the blue flag were not working properly. So do they suck? Yes. Is there data that says that Lewis was 0.1 kilometers faster than he should have been? Yes. Is it negligible? Yes. Is it a penalty? Yes. So it's I think it's two different things. But
Yeah, no, I agree. I'm talking about the consistency for which they get handed out to Ferrari and the timings that they get handed out to Ferrari. That's what I think is the issue for me. I mean, Ferrari were quicker to react than the FIA, weren't they? So they gave the place back.
Anyway,
so should they have given the place back? No, they shouldn't have given the place back. Clearly,
no.
Right, because but there you go. They get on. They got onto the FIA, and the FIA said, "Well, give the place back." It's an illegal overtake.
Oh,
and they gave the place back, and then they gave him a fine then they give him a penalty for the speeding.
Oh, well, but are you talking about the Antonelli?
Yeah, they should have. They should have not given the place back and had taken a 10-second and then taken a 10-second penalty, because that's the most that they could have doled out in that situation.
Well, I mean, 10 seconds would have ended like fifth.
Yeah, but
fourth,
he would have finished.
Seventh.
Yeah, but he would have finished ahead of Antonelli, right? And how much further up the road could he have got? Right, as it was, he only lost one place with a 5-second, and if he'd taken a 10-second, he still would have been fifth, because Hadjar was 20 seconds behind him, behind that. So,
I mean,
just saying, I know it's all in hindsight. I know it's all in hindsight, but my point is, if that was Verstappen would have said, "Fuck it, I'll get 10 seconds on this guy."
No, I don't think so.
I think so. Anyway. I think so. But there you go. Okay, look, let's just move it on because we need to get on to the next section now. That was the Hungarian Grand Prix. So that was exciting. Next, we're in Netherlands, and that is, of course, after the break, which is August the 23rd. So we've got nearly a month now. So we are going to be away for a month, hopefully. Oh, hello, Jacqueline. Thank you very much.
They're gonna make another race in Malaysia, which is supposed to be
Bahrain. You mean?
Yeah. No, they're gonna make but they're gonna make it in Malaysia.
Yeah. The Bahrainian Malaysian Grand Prix.
Yeah,
I'm gonna call it. I'm gonna call it Bahrainian.
Yeah. And there is another. Oh, okay. There is another, I think, ridiculous rumor that are planning to have to get one race back in Imola in December, which is mental. I mean, this is never going to happen.
Yeah. I hope not in December, because otherwise, I don't know. Actually, it could be interesting. No, it should get a wet race.
No, it's not a wet. It's you might as well race with I don't know, with tourist car, because there is no grip at all in December in Imola, like zero. It's ice. So,
touring cars. Okay, yeah. Nice. Okay. So let's just move on now. Are you ready, Lucky?
Well, can we pick a driver of the day? This is going to be a difficult one this week.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Fair enough. Yeah.
Who do you want to go driver of the day? What do you think, boys?
Well, I guess I'll go first. I'm going to say Norris because it's his first win of the season.
Yeah.
That's fair enough. First non-Ferrari, non-McLaren, non-Mercedes winner.
Yeah, the best driver of the day I think was Verstappen, but I think the driver of the day was thingy. Okay, so let's just move on now.
One piece of Formula One news.
You know it is. It's that time again. It's that time again. It's a different kind of quiz. Different kind of quiz we're gonna go for this week. It's a quiz this week.
Jesus Christ.
Okay, Lucky, back to you.
There's one piece of Formula One news before we go to the quiz. This year's Bahrain Grand Prix is now going to be the Malaysian Grand Prix.
We said that. You were off. We just said we said that. Yeah.
Oh, you said that already?
Yeah, we said that. Yeah.
Well, fuck you then.
What do you mean, fuck you? I mean, you were trying to reconnect, you would jump off, and we just said that, I mean, fuck you, right? And your internet.
Right.
It's the Bahrainian, we're going to call it the Bahrainian Grand Prix.
That sounds reasonable. Yeah, the Bahrainian. Fair enough. Okay, we're going to do something slightly different this week.
Oh, you didn't mention it, Imola. Oh, I'm surprised you didn't mention Imola.
Yeah, right. Because we did. Okay, fuck you.
What's happening?
Okay. I've done the music. Get on with the quiz. For fuck's sake.
Jesus.
I want to know what's happening at Imola.
Yeah, we don't know what's happening at Imola.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just bullying you. But it's okay.
Okay. What we're going to do here is something slightly different. I'm going to ask you 10 questions.
Oh, okay? Fucking 10?
Fuck me.
Okay, we'll be here another hour.
No. You've got... There's a reason for all this, okay? And once we've done this, well, I'll give you...
There is a reason.
Yeah, there is a reason.
Yeah.
Okay, you're going to get 3 minutes to answer these questions. So, between the two of you, just shout out if you know the answer. If you don't know the answer, say pass, and we'll just go on to the next question. All right?
Okay, yeah.
Okay, clear?
Yeah.
Okay.
And you get,
pass.
Pass.
Okay, are we ready? We're starting. 3 minutes starting now.
Okay.
For Christ's sake, shut up.
Yeah, hang on a minute. Are you ready? Steady. Go.
Okay, your 3 minutes starts now. First constructor to win the Constructors' Championship in 1958 was?
Mercedes?
No.
Audi?
No. Okay.
Alfa Romeo.
Next. No, you only get one chance, right?
Only one chance, okay.
Yeah. Next question. In 1986, Nigel Mansell's rear tire famously exploded at which track?
Portugal.
Silverstone.
Well,
oh, no.
Adelaide.
It's fucking Adelaide.
Okay, I'll give you that one. Okay.
Oh, come on. You said you got one shot, and then he has 3, and now you give him that. Okay, cool.
This is joint, so it doesn't matter. Just shut up and fucking answer the question.
Just shouting out.
Fucking FIA. That's what you are. I know. It doesn't matter.
You can send me money later. Okay.
Yeah.
In 1994, which British driver drove for Lotus, Ligier, and Benetton? 1994, which British driver drove
Johnny
for Lotus?
Herbert.
Yeah, well done. Okay, in 1998, which tire company stopped supplying Formula One?
Michelin.
Good, yeah.
Didn't get that one. Right. The first woman.
Firestone, then.
Yeah, no, it wasn't. You've gone through them all.
Avon, maybe.
From the one the actual answer.
Who was it then? Who was it?
We'll come to that at the end.
Oh,
okay. The first woman to drive in a Formula One Grand Prix in 1958 at Spa was
1958. Was that no? That Italian lady was in the 70s.
No. She was way later, not 58.
I don't
know. If you don't know, pass. Just hit pass.
Hang on a minute.
Marie Lecoulombe.
Oh, you're so close. You got the first name right.
I want a point. I want a fucking point. Well, 1958 first woman, Marie. Everybody called her Marie. I don't know.
I'll give you that one, Marie. Okay.
Listen, I knew her as Marie. I never asked her family name because.
You're down to 30 seconds. Shut up. You're down to 30 seconds. In 1968, Joe Siffert won the British Grand Prix in a Lotus. The car was actually owned by someone who listed gentleman as their occupation on their passport. Who was that person?
68. Lord, what's his name? Lord.
No. Okay. Your time's up. You're fucking hopeless. We're only fucking halfway through.
Okay, well, give us another minute. Go on.
We'll keep going. Okay, so we didn't get that one. Between 1978 and 1983, who was the highest placed British Grand Prix driver? 6 years in a row. Between 78 and 83, highest placed British driver 6 years in a row. Who was that?
Was it the guy I really don't like?
No, you like him. Coulter?
No.
No. It's somebody you'd like. He's actually one of the nicest.
John Watson, maybe.
John Watson, exactly. That's exactly who it was. Well done. Okay, so your last question.
It's the guy I don't like, by the way.
Why don't you like him?
No, I don't know. I just don't like him. He was always like. Anyway, go on.
Okay. Which driver lost all their championship points in 1984 after the team they drove for, which was Tyrrell, was disqualified from the 84 championship?
Lafitte, maybe?
Lafayette?
No.
Lafayette, isn't it? Okay, next one.
Okay, that's it. That's your lot.
Okay.
That was your 10 questions. I think it was 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Well, it's 9 questions.
Okay. Oh, well, okay, it's the FIA.
There was 10 questions, but there's one I had to cut out because it no longer, the answer is no longer the same as it was. Now, what I've actually done is give you the questions that were put to Murray Walker in Celebrity Mastermind. Now, I'm not sure if you know what Mastermind is, Fab. But
it's fucking idea.
Okay, it's a quiz show that we had in the UK. Okay, but it was an intellectual quiz show. People had two rounds they did. They had a specialist subject and then they had a general knowledge round. Okay. And the specialist subjects would be something like the battles of the Napoleonic War from 1850, whatever. Yeah. I mean, it was really fucking horrible subjects like that. Really boring subject.
Mm-hmm.
However, they had a celebrity mastermind in which Murray Walker took place. Okay? Now, the questions I just gave you were the questions that Murray Walker got on Celebrity Mastermind.
Okay.
You got 3 and he got 4.
There you go.
So you two combined didn't manage to beat Murray Walker.
Yeah, although to be fair, he is dead and we're not.
Jesus Christ almighty.
Yes, he wasn't dead at the time.
So hold on a second. You're telling me that me and Simon combined, we couldn't beat a professional which has spent his whole life dealing with that subject just by one answer.
Well, yes.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
And also he actually was.
minutes.
He also attended every race live and commented on every race live.
Yeah. He was probably there in 1958 when Alfa Romeo won the championship. But
Well, it wasn't 58 that Alfa Romeo won the championship. It was
Ferrari. Oh, Van Wall.
Wall.
Interesting. Interesting. Okay.
Van Wall got the first constructors.
Robin says she got 2. So between the 3 of us, we beat Murray Walker. Okay.
Okay. Well, that puts you to 5. So you've kind of you just got past them.
Okay. Well, that was quite fun. Thank you so much for that.
The answers that you didn't get. Okay?
Oh yes, please. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
The first one was first constructor championship was won in 58 by Van Wall.
Van Wall. Yeah, I knew that.
Okay. You got Adelaide as the tire exploding.
You what? Say again?
Adelaide.
You got Adelaide for the tire exploding, right. Mansell's tire exploding. You also got Johnny Herbert for 94 season driving for 3 different teams, which is a really good answer. Well done there. The tire company that withdrew from Formula One in 98 was Goodyear.
Yeah, I said Goodyear actually.
Yeah, I think you said.
That was my first answer. Yeah.
I thought you said Michelin, but never mind.
No, I said Michelin, and Sam said Goodyear. Yeah.
But we said it at the same time. So
we'll watch the rewind, and I'll put it in the comments if you got it right. Okay.
Okay. Thank you very much. Just thank you for trusting me.
I'm
going to lie. Like I'm going to lie when I've said it on fucking video.
Right.
All right. So at least we equaled. Murray Walker, as far as I'm concerned. Yeah, and Robin said Goodyear too. So there we go.
Oh well, Robin's.
You believe her, right? Yes, she wasn't even on camera saying it.
I do believe her. I will.
Yeah, whatever. It doesn't.
The FIA after I watched the
it doesn't matter. The FIA never changed their mind. I mean, I'm not going to pay a fine either. By the way.
Well, yes, they do because they took away the guy's speeding limit in the pit lane at Monaco, so they do change their mind.
Okay,
not all of them.
I get the money here. I get it. But
the first woman in 1958 to drive in a Grand Prix was Maria Teresa de Filippi, driving a Maserati 250F at Spa.
Oh, okay.
So there you
go. Brave girl.
Joe Stiffert's car was owned and entered by Rob Walker. Rob Walker was the man.
Yeah.
I thought you might actually get that one.
And I do. I know the name. Yeah. But,
he was the man that had gentleman listed as his occupation on his passport. 73 to 83, highest placed British driver for 6 years in a row was John Watson, as we spoke about.
Got that one, yeah.
And the man who lost all his points when Tyrrell was disqualified in 84 was our very own Martin Brundle, Mr. Gridwalk.
Was it really? Oh, I did not know that. Fuck.
It was.
I thought it was a French guy. That's what I was, Anyway, there you go. Any others? Was that all 9? Was it?
There was ones that Murray Walker passed on.
Yeah.
Do you want to try them? There's a couple.
Yeah. Yeah, go for it.
Yeah. Come on.
There's one that you guys should definitely know because we talked about it this year in our quiz and myths. Who got the George Medal for pulling Clay Regazzoni out of his burning car in the 73 South African Grand Prix? Was it this year? No, it was last year.
I guess it's James Hunt.
No, it was
the George Medal.
It was. I had a motorbike up on the screen for quite a while.
Aye.
And we talked about how this guy pulled Clay Regazzoni out of his car after he caught fire and then got put out by the marshals and then ran back and pulled him out.
I don't remember.
It was Mike the Bike Hillwood.
Oh, okay. No, you're right. We said that. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, and this one is really difficult. Okay, this last one. A Swedish driver won his.
Your mom.
My mom.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't my mom.
She's not a Swedish driver.
She's not a Swedish driver.
Well,
she's a Scottish driver.
I don't know. I think she's probably driven a few Swedes in a time.
I don't know about that.
The fuck?
Okay.
I didn't come here to get abused like this. My goodness. There's plenty of places I can go to get abused. Now, listen, here's the question. Which Swedish driver won his first of 17 victories at the 1959 Dutch Grand Prix? So think Swedish drivers.
The Swedish driver.
Yeah.
Was it Bjorn
Borg?
Benny Bjorn from
No,
ABBA?
it wasn't any of the members of ABBA.
Okay.
Okay.
Was it Ingrid J. Malmsteen?
No. The very short first name.
Joss.
It's shorter than that.
Shorter than that.
Yeah.
A.
Well, you said Joss, didn't you?
Yeah.
Okay, well, shorter
Joe.
than Joss.
Oh,
Joe.
Oh, Joe Siebert. What was this?
You're close. You're close. Close. Before Siebert.
Joe
No,
Felly?
okay, the name is Joe.
Yeah.
We've established that. Okay. And that's it.
Joe
Again,
Hellborg.
it's like Maria. I just knew it by name. I'm not, stopping asking his full name.
One more shot.
Joe. Burger.
Boger.
Burger.
Borg. Yeah, Borg. Joe Borg.
No, it wasn't Joe Borg. It was Joe Bonnier.
No, never heard of him.
Oh, come on. He won 17 Grand Prix, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, 17 Grand Prix before I was born, yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think? Would I look like? Murray Walker?
Jesus Christ, come on.
So there you go. You're as good as Murray Walker, you two.
Yeah, we're better than Murray Walker because I actually counted we got 5, but never mind.
Yeah. Well,
I mean, I just wish that me and Simons were paid as much as Murray Walker. I mean, even if we have to split.
No,
even if we have to split.
I met Murray Walker once. He wasn't a rich man.
Well, okay.
He worked for the BBC.
He worked for the BBC.
Yeah, fair enough.
He worked for the BBC for a long, long time, and
he was a lovely man, though. He was a lovely man. I'll say that much.
He was indeed.
Okay.
Okay, thank you so much.
I think actually, I must comment before we end that. I think Simon's got more answers there this week than Fabio.
I think I did. Yes.
I think you did exceptionally well, especially when you got Johnny Herbert.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
And we'll check the Goodyear one and see if you did get that one.
Yeah, you can check that. I'm sure I did. I mean, I did say Goodyear because that was my first
guess. You said
Goodyear. That. Because Michelin were in, if you remember, in the 2000s when Schumacher raced at Indianapolis.
Yeah,
Firestone, they were called Firestone then.
No, it was Bridgestone. Bridgestone took over.
Bridgestone.
Yeah,
Bridgestone took over from Goodyear after 98. I think they only lasted a year or so, though. It wasn't very long.
Okay.
No, the last I think a couple of years, Bridgestone. Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, maybe Bridgestone, Firestone. It's the same brand, just a different country. That's all. I mean, let's face it. No one cares. Fabio doesn't care about the rubber. He doesn't think it has any part to do with it. I mean, Pirelli, who cares? It's fucking Pirelli.
It's black and round.
Two black, two round.
Yeah, like your mum.
And